Learning how to launch. After making my own sample videos, I needed to recruit student filmmakers. I had no idea where to find such students. I reached out to my mentors for advice, and they advised me to go directly to students and teachers for suggestions. I emailed teachers, some of my former teachers and some strangers I found online, and offered to visit their classes to share the physics videos I made and ask the students their opinions on my proposed peer learning project. Reddit also proved to be a valuable way to find interested teachers to discuss this project. As an experiment, I ran a contest on Reddit asking stand-up comics to submit videos of themselves making physics jokes about gravity. I got 12 submissions, all from one high school physics teacher, Joseph, in Pennsylvania. Interestingly, he wasn't even a comedian, just a physics teacher with a great sense of humor. To this day, I'm still good friends with Joseph, and I even traveled to Pennsylvania to visit his class once, and we filmed him telling gravity jokes that his students wrote. Reference 50. I also met teachers by attending conferences and events for physics teachers. I shared with them my students teaching students idea and asked for ideas on how to recruit students to participate. I remember that one of my former high school physics teachers invited me to dinner with the Connecticut Association of Physics Teachers, and she shared about the success of their school's JETS Engineering Design Competition team. This was a program I participated in when I was a student, but had forgotten about. This conversation gave me the inspiration to use a competition as a way to promote the peer learning project and attract our first students. In order to promote our kickoff video contest, I needed a way to promote the contest itself. To do this, I launched a crowdfunding campaign to raise prize money for the contest. Naturally, the crowdfunding campaign needed to be promoted as well. As you can see, this was a multi-tiered build-up to launch. I'd promote the crowdfunding campaign, which would promote the video contest, which would promote the peer learning project. I'd never run a crowdfunding campaign before and needed advice. I looked for events in my area where this subject was being discussed. I was excited to find that there was a local organization in Springfield, Massachusetts that supported entrepreneurs called Valley Venture Mentors, holding a workshop on crowdfunding. I was able to talk with people who had actually run crowdfunding campaigns successfully to get tips and suggestions. One unfortunate thing I learned was that people who ran successful crowdfunding campaigns typically spend up to a year promoting the campaign before ever launching it. In my case, the campaign was going to be my kickoff event. Through running the crowdfunding campaign, I learned a lot about fundraising. Specifically, I became aware of the inadequacies in my fundraising technique. First and foremost, I realized how uncomfortable I am at communicating directly with people, especially when I'm asking them for something. Making a video talking about the crowdfunding campaign and blasting it across the interwebs was easy. But actually speaking with people directly and asking them for money was much harder. Secondly, it was frustrating to be promoting and fundraising for the video contest instead of fundraising for my larger vision of creating a platform that enabled teens to leave the school system and pursue self-directed and peer-to-peer learning. The truth is, the contest was a tangible, real, immediate thing which I could directly link the fundraising effort to, while my larger vision was more abstract and vague. The crowdfunding campaign was not as successful as I hoped in terms of actual fundraising, and I ended up putting a lot of the money into it myself to ensure it would succeed. It was successful in raising awareness among teens for the video contest, which was the ultimate goal of the campaign. As a result, we received a bunch of awesome physics videos submitted by teens around the United States, and our contest was a great success. The most popular video was called How to Pick Up Girls with Physics, reference 51. It was the perfect blend of humor and education, exactly what I'd been looking for, and it was loved by many teens who watched it. It was clear that the two teens from Ohio who made the video were much better at video making than I was, which reinforced the value of student-generated material and validated that students could create great content and that this model could work. I thought maybe I could draw some media attention from newspapers for the contest. Once again, my girlfriend stepped in to help, wielding her knowledge from being a copy editor at her college newspaper. She advised me to write press releases and send them to the local papers in the towns the winners were from. After some Google searches for how to write a press release, I was able to draft a compelling release. I learned the importance of choosing a good headline and subheadline, including quotes from people, including a great photo. I used one of me handing a giant check to the winners. Avoiding biased and loaded words, and trying to tie the story into being relevant to the local community. It was eye-opening to learn that news was created this way. I was creating the article and submitting it, and the journalists basically just added their names to it. Though we got the contest covered in several local newspapers who were excited to promote the local winners, I wasn't able to draw any national attention. The next step was figuring out how to take this pure learning idea that I demonstrated in a small way through the video contest and scale it up. I had no idea what to do next and realized I was going to require a lot more support. Fortunately, the Valley Venture Mentors were running a summer mentorship program that was offering this type of guidance. I received a healthy dose of criticism from the members of this program who felt that this website was solving a non-existent problem. I felt that they couldn't see the big picture, that the success of this platform would empower students to not rely on the oppressive, coercive school system. The mentors were a good mirror to me because it made me realize this platform didn't really solve the problem of school not serving students' needs. At best, it solved the problem of young people looking for a creative outlet and solved the problem for advertisers looking to get their brands in front of young people. At the time, I was stubborn and insisted that my idea would work if we just had more momentum. I thought we just needed a critical mass of users creating content and things would take off in a big way. I persisted. To hit this critical mass, I thought we needed a larger, better-funded contest. Keep in mind, our initial contest was only promoted through the crowdfunding campaign, and we didn't actually have any student videos to show as examples. All I had were my own videos. I thought that I could use these first student-made videos as examples to find sponsors for a much larger competition.